Hi Spidey fans, it's your friendly neighbourhood, the ultimate Spider-Man fan here, and welcome back to another video of me reading my epic Marvel Spider-Man PS4 related book, Hostile Takeover. And also welcome to the final one with the screenshots, as I'm on the final chapter, and it's only 3 pages long, and then I'm going to get, for the last week, Epilogue chapter, the Epilogue chapter, the beginning of the game. I'm going to be in my suit, full on in my suit, reading the final wee bit, the start of the epic game itself. So I'll just do my intro quickly. Like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the bell notification, favourites, and follow me on Twitter as well. Type in the @, all capitals without spaces, the ultimate SPIDEY, SPIDEY. And without anything else, let's just get ready. So 37. Still in his Spider-Man suit, he used his phone to watch video footage of the police leading Wilson Fisk out of the ballroom. Nothing was going to stick, of course, but everyone had seen him punch Maya. There would be questions, but the media was sure to find out that Maya was his foster child. Still, she was dressed in a costume, and it would be easy for Fisk to argue that he hadn't recognised her. That he felt threatened by someone who could have been as dangerous as one of the Spider-Man or any other powerful criminal. It was a safe bet that Fisk's lawyer would have him out in the street in an hour. Whatever the Kingpin had on Norman Osborn was lost forever. Spider-Man wasn't sure how he felt about that. No one should be able to blackmail the mayor of New York, of course. On the other hand, it would be better if the mayor wasn't doing things that left him susceptible. I don't know what that is. Susceptible to blackmail. The world, however, was a complicated place, and he'd have to hope that Norman Osborn would seek power through being an effective leader rather than abusing his authority. Wilson Fisk was never going to be Commissioner of Finance, though, and that was a huge win. It wasn't a win like seeing Fisk tried for murder, but it gave, turning the page, SPIDEY-FAN'S, but it gave Spider-Man time to dig in further. It gave him room to breathe. And Benham, the false Spider-Man, was in custody. On the news, they said he was being sent for physicality. I don't know what that is. Evacuation. It was like that he'd end up in Ravencroft rather than a prison. That was fine as far as Spider-Man was concerned. Clearly the guy was nuts, as long as he was kept off the streets forever. It didn't much matter what flavour the confinement came in. Don't expect Benham to talk, Echo said when they met again in the janitor's closet. Guys like that never do, so there's not much chance he'll turn on Fisk. Besides, it's pretty clear that he is insane, which means anything he says will need to come with hard evidence. That won't be the way to destroy Fisk. The goal isn't to destroy him, Spider-Man said. It's to see he goes to jail. That's one opinion, she responded. Look, again, I know you were raised not to believe in subtly. I can't read that word, Spy-Fan, sorry, subtly. But we have to. But we have to let the police handle this even better. We need to help the police to handle it. Do you have any idea how many people Fisk controls inside the police department? So you want to take justice into your own hands, he asked. That never works out well. I don't know what I want to do. She admitted, I need time. Before he found out I turned on him, I raided some files and found out that I still have cousins in Montana. The first thing I will do is head out there, talk to them, see if maybe they can help me learn more about who my father really was. Maybe I'll stay out there. Echo, I could always use your help here, Spider-Man told her. We can do things the right way and make a huge difference. Maybe, she said, but you've got pretty good instincts. I have a feeling that you'll figure out what needs to be done, and when that happens, you'll see things through. Spider-Man nodded. A family's important, so I understand. But if you ever decide you want to come back, I'll be happy to have your help. Might be fun. She smiled. In the meantime, I have something for you. She held out a thick file bound together with straining rubber bands. Think of this think of this as a going away present. He turned when he heard the stairwell door opening. Yuri Watanabe came out onto the roof, and much to Peter's surprise, she looked happy. I've only got a few minutes, she said. People will start to wonder where I am. Look, Lieutenant, I'm sorry, he began. I know you told me to stay away, but the situation was critical. I had the act. Yes, you did, she said. I am not angry. You don't work for me, and you do what you have to do. I would be angry with you if it hadn't worked out, but you stopped the bad guy, and when it comes to Fisk, you've brought us some time. That's what's important. So I haven't blown the investigation. She laughed. People aren't worried that Spider-Man is a criminal. Cops in the force were wasting too much time looking for you. That takes a lot of pressure off anyone who might be seen talking to you too. It doesn't mean we have to we can have lunch together, but it does mean maybe we can get back to work. That's good, he said, because I have a present for you. He handed her the file that May had given him. It's from an insider. Lots of details about Fisk's operations. It may make a difference. Sorry, Watanabe took out her phone and used its light to scan the documents. I'll need time to digest this, but it looks huge. She gave a low whistle. Really huge. There are lots of avenues to pursue. It could take months to run it all down, but if even some of what's in here checks out, it could make a difference. She turned and walked back into the building, still reading. He sat down on the edge of the building, letting his legs dangle. It had been a very long time since there had been any sort of wind. Fisk would likely remain a free man, but he was tainted now. Done with the days he could sell himself as a savior of New York, and his killer was in police custody. There was justice for all of the victims of the restaurant bombing. For Ian Ramsey, he'd spent so much time wondering if he could really make a difference. Now he was starting to think that maybe the world was better off with Spider-Man after all, at least for now. And that's it, Spy fans. There is the book. That is the book. So I'll do my review possibly in the next one, because it's actually only 2 pages now. Might do it later. But yeah, thanks so much, and I mean it. Thank you so incredibly so much for being here to watch these videos of me reading this book to you. And yeah, I really do hope that you did enjoy it. And other than that, that's gonna be it. So I also hope that you've loved all the screenshots I've been putting up, because even though this is actually the final one using the screenshots, I've still got loads more screenshots. I might put them in a separate video and share them. I've got loads more screenshots. But yeah, other than that, well, actually I've got loads more screenshots in this SHAREfactory thing, and the video editor that I might not even use in this. But other than that, that's going to be it for this video, Spy fans. So yeah, thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed these, and thanks for being here. And yeah, I will see all you Spy fans as always in all of my next epic Spidey videos. Sorry if my voice is going low, I was just putting my bookmark in. It's your friendly neighbourhood Spider Cop, over and out.